Good evening, my Roslins and Rosikins. Mother is back, and I am feeling petty as hell today. And moving forward, enough to go out of my beautiful way to talk about certain things with more in depth research discussions and with more conviction and sarcasm and pettiness. So, what we're going to be talking about today is what men get when they get a big back versus a skinny legend. Let's begin.
Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big bag has no room. Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag.
Okay, so I want to preface this video by saying if you're a big bag and this does not apply to your relationship dynamic with men, congratulations, you won the lottery, sis. But to the majority of you big bags who this applies to, listen up, okay? Since we're playing this game of, yeah, eating disorder because you're a size small and below, and men like healthy women. I mean, hefty women. Yeah, okay, let's get it. Okay, so big bags. What does a man get when he gets you? Well, he gets a lazy wife that doesn't beautify nor take care of herself. Let me explain. So you know it and I know it. You do not put in the amount of effort needed to sustain your beauty because you're too busy binge watching Netflix and eating fucking pizzas every single day, as well as being a family size and making it wife size for the day. Yeah, you're snacking your life away every single day. And especially when you come home from work because you're so stressed, because then you have to worry about paying half of the bills for said man. So at least he gets help, right? Financially, because you're a roommate, not a wife, but you have a ring in the title. It's crazy. Perhaps it's because you are a might as well wife. Perhaps it's because you're a convenient roommate whom he can at times jerk off to because, all you think is that your life should revolve around food. And so, therefore, because you believe that your life is only as good as what you can taste, I mean, wow. I mean, what type of wife does he have at that point? Okay. And you are also going to be a woman that he gets that's a big bag who depends on him for happiness, and you're left unsatisfied because you can't even make yourself happy. Let's cut the bullshit. Being obese, being overweight, hell, even at times being a size medium can make you feel dissatisfied because you know that the body that really, really, really makes you happy, you are not living in because of the lack of discipline and the fact that you've given up on yourself and the fact that you're also addicted to food. And you will use your emotions to manipulate said husband, okay, said man, and you will use your lack of happiness as a way to say that your marriage is failing when it's really you failing yourself. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. And therefore, speaking, the type of woman that a man is going to get when he gets a big back is someone that's unfulfilled, someone that has misery, someone that's in denial, someone that is manipulating the world and saying, "You did this to me, world. You did this to me," when it's really you doing that to yourself. And the lack of accountability. Here we go. Let's get into it, okay? If you are a big back and you're with a man, the type of woman he gets is going to be a woman that lacks accountability, which means that you're never going to take ownership of your mistakes. You're never going to do it. So let's say that you are the problem in the relationship. Let's say that this man has had it up to here. You will be the type to mosey along through your relationship, victim, you know, mize yourself 24/7. Tell him that you need to make more money, or it's you who's not good in bed, or you don't appreciate me with the kids, or you don't love me anymore, or you don't think I'm pretty, or you're going out to cheat. And I want to preface this also by saying that, someone cheating is really a them problem, but a lot of times you don't add to them not cheating either. If you're a woman who lets herself go, who doesn't take care of her beauty, and who makes every problem she has that man's problem, what do you expect a partner, a man, to do if he wants to have fun time and you're not getting him up in that way? Just saying. Now, can I admit that he's a fucking dog for doing said cheating infidelity? And can I admit that it doesn't make it right? He should just leave rather than to be unfaithful? Yes, I do agree. But what we're not going to do is act like at times when it comes down to infidelity that it doesn't take two to create that type of environment in which infidelity gets a chance to slide into your marriage, your relationships, etc. Okay? I said what I said because it's the truth. That's called accountability, right? And so another thing that I want to add when it comes down to being a big back, the type of woman that a man gets when he chooses a big back is a woman that will never, ever, ever be satisfied. Nothing's ever going to be good enough until she's good enough for herself. Hear me out again. Nothing is ever going to be good enough until she's good enough for herself. The love that you seek as a big backed woman in relationships with men is the love that you should be giving yourself. You are a convenience to that man until you learn to love yourself. And loving yourself is paired with being healthy. And you cannot convince me that you fully love yourself until you are that. Okay? You just can't convince me. And mother can say all this because at one point I was a big back. I remember my mindset. I remember having to take accountability. I remember having to do the shadow work, the internal work. I remember all those things, which is why I'm uber super offended when people get onto my channel trying to tell me what I'm encouraging. You know what's an eating disorder? Being too fucking big. I said what I said. I love how everyone's so concerned about the smalls and below, but no one's checking for the mediums and above. Everyone wants to call it body positivity. And no, a size medium isn't obese, bitch. Okay? But a lot of times, let's keep it a buck, you're not happy at a size medium. For the average woman, you would like to be a size small and below, but you don't have the discipline or the accountability nor the wherewithal to actually achieve it because that takes even more work. A lot of you big backed women have the nerve to make everyone kiss your ass and try to make us be thankful that you actually reached a size medium, as if we are the ones that are going to be benefiting from you actually getting into shape, right? And as a skinny legend to be, and in the making, I want to say we ain't kissing nobody's fucking ass over here on this channel. When you elevate yourself, you do it for the betterment of yourself. I'm not about to give you brownie points and kiss your ass because you put in some effort to reach a size medium. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not doing it. Because that same mindset that you have, that we should all be grateful that you actually tried to work on yourself, is what's going to make you become a big back all over again. Because you haven't learned your lesson. You've just been coping, going through the motions to reach a size medium, but you haven't crossed over and transformed your life internally in your mindset to be a size small and below. And that's just facts. Yes, it's deeper than a fucking dress size. It's even deeper than the scale. It's the fucked up, we need to be thankful that you're actually doing something mentality that has us all fucked up. And that's exactly what a man gets when he gets a big back. Even big backs that reach a size fucking medium, but still have a big back mentality. Okay? Okay. What else do men get when they end up getting a big back woman? They get a possible mother to their kids because every big back doesn't want to be a mother. Okay. Just like every skinny legend doesn't want to be a mother. Okay. But if that big back wants to be a mother, wants to give him some kids, they get a very negative influence on their daughters and sons. They get a negative influence on their daughters because she's teaching the daughters how to basically put others at their mercy and to take no accountability for their own mistakes and their lack of self love. She's teaching the sons that women will basically put you through the ringer and take you for granted with all of your efforts to be successful men and still want you to provide and protect them, but don't want to put in the work to actually love their own selves enough to be healthy, to take accountability, to be disciplined. Thus, turning a lot of men off because they realize that there is no prize to be won with a woman that's a big back, solely because of her mentality and emotional manipulation and entitlement. You know, they say skinny legends are so entitled. No, they're not. You want to see entitled? Get with a big back. Be friends with a big back. Love a big back. Whatever you want to do with that in concerning a big back, you'll see true entitlement and delusion taking place at the same time. When a man gets a big back, he most likely associates her, most likely, statistically speaking, you know, with being homely, with being more of a nurturing mother figure for him. Something that's familiar, something he didn't have to work too hard for, but hard enough that he's insulted when that big back starts to feel entitled to his help or his partial provision and protection. When a man gets a big back, he also feels and is most likely to be in an impoverished state of being. Men with lower socioeconomic status is usually linked up with a big back because a woman that's a skinny legend, her looks, her mindset, her physique, her discipline, her self love is above his pay. When a man gets with a big back, the type of woman he gets is a woman that's most likely going to be, I would say, radicalized to more of an acceptance mindset, a body positivity mindset, a mindset that is sugar coated in delusion, where it's almost like a fairy tale in her head in the most unrealistic ways. At least with a skinny legend, she looks like a princess. I give her a pass for being fairy tale inclined. But a big back is looking like a troll, but wants the fairy tale treatment of a princess, which just doesn't add up. And I want to add, for those of you who are going to be butthurt by this portion, this video entirely actually, and say that I'm fat shaming. I'm not fat shaming shit. I'm not. Because there are also big, beautiful women that exist. This here is for the big backs. The women that want to be called a 10 out of 10 without putting in the work at the gym, in the kitchen, in the therapist's office, at the altar, etc. This is for the women that want their cake and yours too. This is for the woman that doesn't have any discipline but has so many fucking opinions about a skinny legend and any woman that has certain privileges that she will never have because she does not put in the work. This portion is for the women that will get into my comment section and try to check me on what's healthy because I say that I'm going to be a size small and below. And they want to say we have an eating disorder because of it. This is for the women that want to come from our exotical sisters of all shades that love our skinty bodies and love being pretty on top of it and have so fucking much to say, but wouldn't last a week in the life of these women or myself that is actually leveling up. You see, when a man takes you to the business dinner, people wonder how bad he's struggling. Big back, okay? That's what happens. I'm going to be honest. When men are with you sexually, for the most part, you are going to be a hit it and don't tell nobody type of fiasco. You are the type, as a fellow exotical has stated below or before, I can't say below, but in a comment section before, that they'll be with at 3 a.m. and not 3 p.m. sexually, if you get my drift. The type you sneak in and sneak out, the type that you don't take to meet your family, the type that you string along for years in a relationship until he's on his feet and can go level up with the skinny legend. You see, the truth hurts. It does. It really does. But there's hope for you. There's so much hope for you. If only you change your mindset and stop hating on women that are elevating themselves. And you also elevate yourself. And with that, we're going to talk about what a man gets when he gets the skinny legend. So, when a man gets a skinny legend, the type of woman he gets is a woman that takes accountability, a woman that's disciplined, a woman that is a beauty standard in her own right. He gets respect, he gets admiration, he even gets envy because his wife, his love, is so fucking hot that she has the mindset, the discipline, the body, the face, etc. to match. So, what I have realized through some research is that A lot of times, men pair a skinny legend with being a status symbol on their arm, aka a trophy wife. They pair a skinny legend woman with being someone that they have no issue providing for and protecting. And, when I say skinny legend, I'm also pairing that with being pretty privileged as well. So think of both when I'm mentioning skinny legend, because my channel is geared towards pretty privileged browns to dark skin exoticals and other exoticals that also, can relate to this content that might be lighter skin. That is fine. They are sisters. However, when it comes down to the skinny legend conversation, a lot of times, skinny legends are women that have done the internal work to unfuck themselves. They are women who are not on bullshit any longer because they have worked for the body and lifestyle that they have acquired. They have earned their pedestal amongst other women and before men. They have secured and are able to secure if they so choose. Because every skinny legend does not want to, you know, be placed on a pedestal or, are not always hypergamous, but they have a better shot at being with a man who does not see them as the help, but as something to protect and provide for fully versus 50-50. Because to have a skinny legend on your arm, you wouldn't want to be a roommate if you were a man. You'd want to be her man. Okay? Skinny legends are also women that help their men look richer because through their beautiful bodies and their mindsets of elevation and glowing up, they are the accessory beside that man. They are the crown itself. They crown him more so as king before an audience because they are just that girl. And you would know so because when you're that girl, you can't just be with any man. You have to be with that man. Just like you are her, he has to be him. Okay? So when a man gets with a skinny legend, he gets elevated. He gets favor. He that finds himself a wife findeth a good thing, as the good book says. And to be a skinny legend means that you have to have a wife mindset. That is one of accountability again. That is one of independence again, like a Proverbs 31 type of woman. And yes, I'm going to romanticize the hell out of being a skinny legend because skinny legends put in the work in order to wear their crown and to crown their kings and their men. Okay? Okay. So yes, I'm going to blaze the fuck out of skinny legends because mother is becoming one. It only makes sense. Anyway. And because this is literally the lifestyle of a skinny legend. Just like the pictures I'm showing of all these beautiful women, you have to ask yourself, when a man is choosing a woman to crown and to be his crown and glory, would he choose a woman that's a big back? Or would he choose a skinny legend that puts in the work and has a glowed up mindset? You see, skinny legends, we get convicted, okay? We get convicted with the mediocrity that we might entertain, okay, every now and then, because something in us tells us that we're made for more and that we should hold ourselves to a higher standard. How dare anybody ask for something they're not willing to make a sacrifice for, and then get upset when they don't get that very thing that they did not put in the work for? That's called delusion and entitlement. You see, skinny legends were also pretty privileged. Okay? So we have our cake, but we don't eat it too. You know what I'm saying? We have a balance. We understand what's better than just a pretty face, a pretty body to go with it, a healthy body to go with it, longevity, vitality, glowing skin, luscious, full hair. We work for the things that we are given in life. And yes, we sometimes do cheat our way to the top because of our privileges. But make no mistake, to be crowned a queen means that you have to put in the work day in and day out. You see, though we are able to sit on the throne, in order to remain seated, we have to do what is necessary. And a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of people aren't us. You know, it's easy to say we have eating disorders more than it's easy to admit that you're just lazy and you've given up on yourself. It's easy to admit that skinny legends are in a class all their own. Give it Carmelita Fox, Liv Schmidt, Exoticals United, myself included on my journey there as well, and other exotical channels that praise being a size small and below versus being a medium and up. It's so easy. It's easy to say there's something wrong with us, the minority of the big back majority of women, than to admit that perhaps you're brainwashed into some fake feministic woke agenda type. And I'm not even getting political with this, but I'm realizing that there is literally a pattern here where people want to live the life of a Disney princess without actually having the aesthetic of a Disney princess and more like having the aesthetic of the villain, Ursula. Like, how the fuck does that make sense? You know? You want our spark. You want the fame. You want the glory. You want the prettiness, but you don't want the sacrifice, the discipline, the lonely days, the lonely nights. You don't want the true burden that comes with being a skinny legend. The meal prepping, the weighing the food, the body composition scales, the everything. You want everything that makes us skinny legends except the actual body of a skinny legend. I want to say this here and now. You do realize that to be a skinny legend, you have to be skinny. That's a size small and below, not a medium and above. Medium is more mid size. Yeah, medium is mid size. You're a fence sitter with that. And before everyone tries to convince me that mediums don't want to be smalls, my question is, would you rather be a small or a large if you're a medium and had to just pick one for the rest of your life? 9 times out of 10, you're going to choose the small. Gee, I wonder the fuck why. So, this video isn't me convincing you to come over to the skinny side. This is me telling you that I'm going to be on the skinny side, and I don't give a fuck what you think about me and my fellow exoticals and my Roslins and us being skinny legends. But this video is to remind you that since we're bringing men into the discussion about what men want with a healthy body and all that dumb shit, I can guarantee you men don't believe being fucking a dress size 16 to 18 is a healthy body. I can guarantee you that men don't believe being 170 pounds when you are a petite woman, or should be anyway, because you're shorter or whatever, or even if you're tall, is a healthy body either. I can guarantee you that men want a wife, a woman, a lover, with the mindset of a skinny legend versus a big back that I explained earlier in the video. I can guarantee you that men want their daughters to take after the skinny legend versus the fucking big back, okay? And they want their sons to have access to skinny legends versus a big back when they come of age as well. I can guarantee you that life does not become perfect because you're a skinny legend, but it damn sure isn't as hard as being a big back. I can guarantee you that to be a skinny legend means you have skinny privilege. And then if you add having a face card on top of that, now you have pretty privilege as well. And my channel was always based off of pretty privileges because I am a pretty ass woman. At the time, I was in my big back era transitioning to my skinny legend era. Now I'm almost at my skinny legend era and I'm going to stay there. However, I want to reinforce the fact that no, though I see big, beautiful women, and this has nothing to do with big, beautiful women, this is between me and the big bags, okay? I always have, from day one, encouraged my Roslins to lose the weight, to gain skinny privilege along with pretty privilege because they already had the face card. They were already big, beautiful women. So that was never my issue as their mother. You get what I'm saying? But my issue is when big backs try to infiltrate my channel and try to check me and try to make it seem okay to be a big back in today's world. And baby, it will never, ever be okay. I don't care how much people pander to you. I don't care how much dick you get. There is a level of respect that a skinny legend will have that you will never unlock. And if you want to live a mediocre life and not get all the privileges your ass can collect like Pokemon Go, that's on you. But what we're not going to do on my channel is try to gaslight me and try to say that I'm fat phobic, I'm body shaming. No, the fuck I'm not. I am for elevating your future as a woman. If I know myself from personal experience and from just statistics and the way that men treat women that they find unattractive, one, and how society looks at you when you're fat, two, if I know that those things are going to count against you as a grown ass woman, why the fuck would I over here encourage your ass to go down that road? Why would I? Why would I set you up for that and then say that I'm here to help you? I'm going to give you tough love because obviously, baby girl, you fucking need it. You really need this shit today. I don't play about my Roslins and I don't play about my exotical sisters. I just don't, will never, won't ever. That's just how I am. And I damn sure don't play about myself. So I'm not going to tell you one thing and don't practice it. I'm not going to tell you, it's okay, gain all the weight you want, be a big back, be a beluga whale, be a big back, big back, you're still pretty, you're killing it though, sis. I'm not going to clap you to hell while I'm rising and ascending to heaven. It's just not going to happen over here. If you want a fake bitch to tell you what you want to hear, there are plenty channels on YouTube of women doing just that. But I am not the one. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so you can elevate and rise and stunt on people and get the best man for the job that you are obviously deserving of because you put in the work and you've healed. And if that is a toxic ass message, then bitch, call me toxic. Okay, like Britney Spears and this bitch. Okay? Call me poison. Okay? Call me all those fucking things. But what you're not about to call me is a hypocrite. That's what you're not about to call me. And for the big beautiful women that listen to me, my Roslins that are, overweight, etc., I love you very much. And the message is still, even though it's not applying to you directly in that sense, because I know you're doing the work, I'm going to keep telling you, please continue to do the work. Get yourself down on your weight. If you truly want to be a size small, be that. Ain't nobody stopping you except you, hun. And if you are really, honestly, genuinely content with being a size medium, this is where you want to stay for the rest of your life, that's fine. But don't say you are okay with being a medium, but you're still unhappy with your body, but then you want to, shame women that are small and below because you're not taking your discipline to the next level to become a size small versus a medium. That's what we're not going to do. And if you, again, want to be a big back, like I said in my community post, that's on you. But I'm going to ask you to not consume my content because you're going to get offended when I talk about discussions just like this because you can't handle the fucking truth or the fact that my channel is what? For women who want to be skinny legends, women who are pretty privileged, women who want to build wealth. Like my three staples, okay? If nothing else. And I tie spirituality, I tie relationships into that, I tie all these different avenues. But the main three things in life that my Roslins want to be, that fuck with me heavy and that understand what my channel is for, is pretty, skinny, and wealthy. If those three things are not hitting, if we're not working towards those three goals, what are we here for? Now, you can gain your wealth however you wish. You can gain your skinniness, with whatever lifestyle decisions you choose. And you can gain your prettiness the same way. But we're not about to act like this is just a kumbaya. I'm going to clap you straight to hell with your mediocrity as a woman type of channel. It's not. It's not. Because one thing I know in my soul, all my soul, is that the three things that any woman can aspire to be and most likely achieve in life that will set you up for a great life is to be pretty, skinny, and wealthy. There's nothing stopping you when you have those three privileges. Nothing stopping you. You have the ability to hire protection. If you don't have trusted people around you, you can hire people to protect you. You can use your pretty face to get into certain doors and to be around certain men that can elevate your life. You can actually enjoy your life because you have health on your side, because you're skinny. And everything looks beautiful on you. So there goes your insecurities. There goes your, oh, I feel bloated today. I feel this today. I'm unhappy with my body. I can't run, etc. You have a better chance of being healthy when you're skinny. It's just the truth. And if you feel so inclined, I swear to God, if you feel so inclined with this message to feel that I have misrepresented, misinterpreted, or missed anything, I'm sorry. Please unsubscribe. And if you understand exactly where Mother's coming from, no, I'm not perfect. No, I don't know all the fucking answers. I'm 26 fucking years old. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. Okay? I'm 26. I have a lot to learn. But these three core foundations will set any woman up for the rest of her life to have a great life, if nothing else. And I'm not about to sit here and coddle you to obesity, coddle you to a body you don't really want but you settled for because you're not going to put in the work. I'm not about to do that because I love you. And if I love you, my actions have to match. My words have to match. My advice has to match. And my advice is lose the fucking weight if that is what you want to do. And if you don't want to and you want to stay mediocre with your weight, with your health, with your finances, with your face, with your beauty, whatever, unsubscribe. And with that, Mother is going to say, ciao.